guys.
You have something in your teeth.
Oh.
Take 2.
What's up? Welcome back to our channel.
It has been forever, I feel like, since we have sat down and filmed a sit-down video. Now we're at our in-laws house. Last time we filmed one, we were in Dallas, and I think we only filmed like 2 or 3 videos
Not
there.
very many.
And they were all on the same day. So really we filmed one day when we lived in Dallas for a year. So we have only filmed one day of sit-down videos in the last year, which is crazy.
We missed it so much because we like being able to do these just to sit down and change things up.
We have a whole bunch of sit-down videos coming up. We are working with a couple of different companies to bring you giveaways. We're doing some cooking videos and a lot of neat stuff, so make sure that you are subscribed.
Yep.
It's totally free.
Definitely.
Do you know that there's some people think that it costs money to subscribe to a channel?
It's totally free,
It's free.
I promise.
Because someone asked, how much does that cost? I was like, nothing.
About 0.2 seconds of your time.
Yeah,
to hit that
so
button.
make sure that you hit the subscribe button and you make sure that you turn the little bell on beside it. That way you get notified whenever we do post a new video, because we have always posted on Mondays, but every now and then we throw an extra one, usually on Thursdays, sometimes Fridays. So if you have that, you'll know when we have an extra video during the week.
So this video is going to be an updated Q&A. We did these, what?
We did one Q&A before, and we did a Disney one and a personal one, and this one is just kind of going to be a combination of both, and it might end up be a Q&A part 1 and part 2, because
yeah, just depending on how many questions we have.
Look at my phone case. Isn't this the coolest thing you've ever seen? Sorry,
you know how much of her time she
glare.
wastes today just like turning this?
It's so much fun. But we just asked questions on Instagram, and we have 130 of them.
So this might be a 2-part video.
We might not answer all of us before, so some of them are
duplicated.
duplicated. Let's just get started. So just because we have so many and we're working on a very small amount of memory in our memory card, because I went to see Paul McCartney. That's a whole other video.
You went to see him, we went to see him.
I went to go see Paul McCartney, and that's the memory card that we are working on right now, because we don't have an extra one, because we still have our vlogs on the rest of them. So we're not going to say the names, but if you ask this question,
we do really
thank
appreciate
you.
everybody's questions that y'all asked us today.
Okay, what is the most magical experience you've had at Disney? Go.
For me, it was probably an encounter that Brittany and I had with just a random person inside the Christmas shop one time.
That's my answer too, so we can kind of both say
cool.
this.
For the longest time, I would have said the button that we got on our Disney Moon, but that moment was trumped whenever we met this girl in the Christmas shop at Magic Kingdom one time. Long story short, like, it was Christmas, there were decorations everywhere. I saw this girl that was just like bawling her eyes out.
I think we might have told this story before.
Yeah, I don't remember if we did or not.
Yeah, but she was crying, and then when I watched her cry, I just started crying, because she was just standing there crying, looking at ornaments, and I said, I wonder what's wrong with her. And Jared usually doesn't walk up to strangers and talk to them, but he just walked up to her and said,
for
hey,
some reason I was like,
are you okay?
felt led to speak to her about it.
Yeah, and she said that she was there by herself, and that she had just gotten over, she had just beaten cancer, and that this was her family's trip for her, because they could only afford for her to go. And so her fiance, her family, no one could go with her, and they scrounged up money and sent her there for basically surviving. So
yeah, she literally said she was there like to celebrate being alive.
Yeah, and so like, of all the places that you can go in the world to celebrate life, she chose Disney, and that was such a cool experience for us.
It was. It definitely put a lot of things into perspective. And
Because how thankful we are that we get to go. We get this question a whole bunch, so we're just gonna, just knock it out. Do you guys plan on having kids? And when will you bring them to Disney? Number 1, yes, Lord willing, we will have kids. We are not at that point in our life right now, because there's a lot of things that we're trying to get taken care of, and we're still pretty much newlyweds. We've only been married for 3 years. We're still young. I'm only 25, Jared's 28, so we don't have to have kids right now, and it's not in God's plan for us to have them, I don't think, right now. So one day we will, but
right now we're content just being who we are.
And when we do have kids, I'd say we'll probably bring them on like their second day on Earth, but that's us. And but for normal people that are not us weirdos, we usually recommend about 5 to like 7 to bring your kids, just to an age where they can interact, they can walk on their own, they can talk, they can remember some things. That's what I would say.
What's your favorite character meal and why?
My favorite character meal, Ohana breakfast. With Lilo and Friends, because I love Lilo and I've had the best character, like as far as like characters who aren't face characters, I think Lilo is probably my favorite because she's so funny. So
she's so
definitely
interactive, especially with Brit. For me, I think it was from our last trip, and that was
Garden Grill.
It was Garden Grill, like
really,
having
really
breakfast
good.
with the Chipmunks, with Mickey, with Pluto.
Yeah,
like,
they were so good.
It was just a great experience altogether.
That was, I think, where characters spent the most time with us ever. Like Chip and Dale both sat down at different times with us and like kind of hung out with us.
It never felt like that rush of like, okay, you get like 2 seconds to take a picture.
Hurry up,
before they go to the next table.
Hug, bye.
It was like they would come and just sit down at your table and just like hang out with you for a minute. So I really liked that.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. I really, really liked that one. We just booked our Disney Moon and we're staying at Four Lanes Riverside this February. Any tips on staying there or things you like most about the resort? The thing that I like the most about the resort is because we stayed in the royal guest rooms, and because of that it was just so much more magical for us. We liked the scenery. It was a very calm resort, and I think that's what we really liked about it. It wasn't, there wasn't loud music, there wasn't a lot of kids running around, there wasn't a lot of hustle and bustle. We are big water people, and so we loved that there was a lake, river, pond thing. There was a body of water that ran through, and you had to go
cross over it every day.
every day. So I really, really liked that aspect. It was just beautiful, and it reminded us of home.
Being from Louisiana, it was like home to us.
When is your next trip to Disney, and what is your favorite country in Epcot?
Our next trip at Disney is still a little bit to be determined.
Yes.
Kind of tentative. We do definitely have plans to go back sometime this fall. We still haven't figured out exactly when that will be yet.
Yeah, so you can bank on new vlogs coming from fall. We've done Christmas, we've done summer, we've done spring.
It's the only season we haven't Disneyed in yet.
Is fall. Neither one of us are in school, so we can go whenever we want. And I think
fall is both of our favorite seasons.
And favorite country at Epcot, my favorite country to walk through is probably the UK. There I go again. No, I did it. I didn't call it London.
You didn't. You called it.
It's the UK. I always, if you watch our vlogs, I always call the UK London. I like to walk through London, just like it's not just London, it's the United Kingdom. My favorite one to shop in is definitely probably the Mexican Pavilion. Yeah. It's just so cool because it's so authentically like market-esque.
I'm gonna kind of stick with Norway. I definitely think I like it even a little bit better now. Just a little bit, that since they did a few of the updates there after they put in Frozen. It's just, to me, it
smells good. Yeah. Between the school bread, the bakery and stuff, and the perfume and the cologne that's in the shops, it's just the best smell. That's my favorite smelling one. I have a favorite walkthrough, favorite smell, favorite shop.
It's just a very relaxing area to me for some reason.
Okay, this is a good one. I've had a lot of opportunities to visit the parks. When I went last time, I did a lot more popular experience. What are some less popular experiences or hidden gems y'all suggest? Something that I like to do is to resort hop. I know that's if you just go and you don't have a lot of time, I would say maybe skip that. But if you've got some extra time, it's not really a super popular thing to do because a lot of people don't like to leave the parks. But I don't know, I like to go, and I mean, even if you're at the Magic Kingdom, just hop on the monorail and just go to the Grand Floridian and go to the Polynesian and go to the Contemporary. See the Mary Blair art, get a Dole Whip at the Polynesian just because it's different than where everybody else usually gets it, and go check out the Grand Floridian and sit in the lobby and listen to the piano players and visit Basin. That's number one. Make sure you go visit Basin. That is what I would say my favorite.
I think BRITT'S were good. I can't think of anything else for that. So
we do a whole bunch of stuff, you know, that are, I guess, hidden gems, but we don't think of it because we probably do the same things most of the time. I think another thing would be go to Tom Sawyer's Island. That's not something that's very popular that I see a lot of people do. We've only done it one time and it was a lot of fun. Maybe go out there because you can pack your lunch actually at Disney, and so I would say if you pack your lunch, take it to Tom Sawyer's Island and eat out on the picnic tables. That's something that you could do if you want to bring your lunch, but we don't ever bring food to Disney, so that's something that we haven't done, but we've seen other families do, and I think it's pretty cool.
So the next question is, how do we recommend doing Disney on a budget? I think one of the big and easy things to do is to try to figure out exactly how much money you're gonna spend on certain things, especially food and souvenirs. I think those are the two big things. And with us going a few times now, we've kind of figured out a few things there that worked for us.
The best advice that I can say is book your trip as soon as you can. That way you can make payments on it so it feels like you're not having to pay so much at one time.
Yep.
And go ahead and look through like the Shop Disney apps and kind of make a list of souvenirs that you might want, so you can kind of really narrow it down to things you want to save for, and that way you don't just get to the park and like want to spend all your money in like the first day.
Impulse buy.
That way you can really be on a budget and like strategically spend instead of spending it all in one day. And then you can always stay at the Value Resort. All Stars are super cheap usually, and Pop is usually second cheapest. Sometimes Pop's actually cheaper, but always check them out at resort. Go during off seasons, like go during fall or go during the spring, like whenever it's not spring break. So maybe not the spring. Winter, the beginning of winter, anytime in fall.
The other thing is with food, figure out exactly how much it's gonna be for your family, like for the dining plan, because the dining plan really isn't always as cost friendly. There are a lot of times that you can share a meal between different people. We found that out. That was one good way we found to save money if we didn't want to spend the money on the dining plan.
Yeah, we just, because if you get the dining plan, there's no point in sharing. The one time we didn't get it, we just shared all of our meals since we were paying out of pocket, and it really helped us save money. If you heard screaming in the background, that's because we're at our in-laws house and everybody's walking around and our dogs bark all the time.
All right, so the next question we're just gonna knock out right now because we've gotten a ton of them. D23, our thoughts on them. Let's go. I'm super stoked about trying. I think we're both excited about the new Ratatouille ride coming to Epcot.
Hey, don't forget about that!
We've thought for a long time, like, there should be a Ratatouille theme here somewhere.
We think about it all the time.
So thank you, Disney.
Yeah, I'm excited about the little Skyway thing that's coming back, and apparently it's going to be in between resorts too. That's going to be cool.
Star Wars Hotel. Oh my gosh.
I'm also really excited that they are kind of like redoing the Great Movie Ride. That is something that I feel like kind of just needs a redo.
And then new movies. Toy Story 4, are you serious?
I'm excited about Toy Story 4, and he's excited
I'm excited about Wreck-It Ralph 2.
I like Wreck-It Ralph, but I'm like really excited about Toy Story. What future rides are you most excited about? Just answer that. Ratatouille ride and Tron. What is your favorite character to meet in the parks? Mine is Tiana.
For me, it was Baymax, just because, hello, it's Baymax.
He really likes Baymax, even though he was probably my least favorite character to meet in the parks because he just stood there.
How could you not like that big squishy hug?
Well, he didn't really hug you back, so I like to be hugged back. You mentioned, I guess this is directed towards me. You've mentioned in the live stream before that you have mitral valve prolapse. I also have that in several other chronic illnesses. Has your heart condition ever affected you at Disney? Not really, because the biggest things that affect, okay, so people don't know what mitral valve prolapse is. It is a heart condition that causes you to have a leaky valve. So basically it causes blood to leak and then backwash basically into your heart. It's not that big of a deal. Mine isn't, at least it's not very chronic, but I can't have caffeine and I cannot be overheated, which is another reason we usually don't ever go in the summer, because if I get overheated I can faint. My heart starts to race and it's just
not fun.
It's a bad combination. So it hasn't ever affected me as long as I stay away from caffeine, and I don't get overheated. Why did you guys move back from Texas? And what is your favorite Disney trip you've taken so far?
I still think my favorite is our Disney moon, just because it was my first time.
Yeah, that was my favorite too. Our favorite since we started vlogging was probably our August trip.
Yep.
I really liked that one.
As far as why we moved from Texas,
Better jobs here than we were offered in Texas, believe it or not, so that's why we're here. What do you guys think about the food offered in Pandora? Well, we have not been to Pandora yet, so we can't answer that. What are your favorite baby names? Boy and girl, love you guys, love you too. I think we're actually going to release like a baby name video, because that's kind of circulating around. Oh no, that's so hard. So we might release a video about like our favorite names to use that are Disney names for babies. I think that would be really cool. But as far as other ones, my favorite name is Molly. I probably won't name my kids that, but that's my favorite name. And Jared doesn't have one. Just FYI, he doesn't really care. Brett, you always look flawless. What foundation do you use in Disney? I am going to film a what's in my makeup bag video soon. I'm telling you, we're about to film the mess out of some videos.
People have asked a lot for that, so we're finally gonna do it.
We're about to jump back into YouTube. We feel very, very distant, and we don't like that feeling. So.
Ooh, I love this next question. What's our Hogwarts house?
I wasn't finished with my question.
I don't care, I'm excited about this question.
Favorite foundation is probably, I really like L'Oreal Pro Matte. I really like that foundation anyways. Okay, your turn.
Hogwarts house.
Okay.
This is funny. I'm a Ravenclaw, like through and through, no questions asked.
I'm Harry Potter.
Brittany is Harry Potter.
Like, truthfully, because I'm very much in between Gryffindor and Slytherin. Every single time I take a quiz, it is either Gryffindor or Slytherin. So you can leave it in the comments below whether you think I am Gryffindor or Slytherin. I think that I have 100% of both qualities. I'm vicious sometimes, just FYI. What brand of camera do y'all use? We use a G7X, the first edition. They have a second one out. It's called G7X Mark II. We don't have it yet, but maybe one day. Second part of that question was, is it difficult to edit our footage? It was at first, but it's just like second nature to us now because we've edited like 100 vlogs.
So this question is, why did we initially move to Dallas and then move back? We were both in school,
and then job. How's life been since you both graduated? Miss you both. Glad you're doing a Q&A. Kipper. Hold on. Dog interruption.
Oh, okay. I did lock it back. What the heck?
Our air down knows how to open the door. Apparently when it's locked too. I don't know where that came from. I missed you both. Glad you are doing a Q&A. That is from Miss Joy. She is a long-time subscriber.
Oh, that's so sweet.
It's very, very sweet. And I love all of your pictures with my ears, just to FYI. They're super cute. We are both doing great since we graduated. It's a little stressful because we're living with Jared's parents right now. And just, they're great people, but just like anybody, we've been married for 3 years and we really like our own space. We're living with in-laws. I mean, it's as good as it can get living with in-laws. What are your plans for the future? Kids, work, stuff like that. We both have jobs right now that we're pretty content in, and we've already answered the kids question. Yeah. How did you two meet / get together? What's your favorite piece of Disney clothing you own? If you could live in any world from any Disney movie, where would you choose? I absolutely love watching your videos. Thanks so much for sharing your Disney adventures. Thank you for all of those questions.
Those are all good.
We met because we had friends introduce us.
Yep. Favorite piece of Disney clothing? Mine is my Jungle Book shirt.
And mine is, y'all probably seen it in a million vlogs. I'll wear it our next trip, probably. It is my blue tank top with a lace Mickey Minnie on the front. I wear that. It's my favorite thing I've ever gotten from Disney, and I wear it all the time.
All the time.
I never see anybody else with it, but then they don't sell it anymore. If you could live in any Disney world from any movie, Zootopia.
Oh, for me it would be where Baymax lived, San Tokyo.
Oh yeah, I might want to live there too. Basically any of the big cities.
Yeah.
Disney. I would love to live in Zootopia, where anyone can be anything. What are your favorite Disney snacks at each park? We can do a video on this too. My favorite at Magic Kingdom is a Dole Whip. My favorite at Epcot is a mango green tea slush. My favorite at Animal Kingdom is a jungle juice slush. My favorite at Hollywood Studios is the funnel cake with the cinnamon sugar and powdered sugar on top.
You put no thought into that too. Impressive.
Well,
for me, I'm just gonna
my snacks.
I'm gonna make it easy and say Disney World, it's school bread. Disneyland, it's a churro.
Hey, would you look at that? You get a churro at Disney World too, but it's not the same.
Not the same.
Jared had his first churro at Disneyland, so it's like his Disneyland park snack.
Disneyland churro, Disney World churro.
Do you consider maybe a Disney cruise, Alani, or Adventures by Disney? We are considering all of those one day. What is your favorite food from Disneyland? And the next time you guys come to California, will you do a meet and greet? If y'all want us to do a meet and greet,
cool.
maybe. I don't know that anybody wants to meet us, but if y'all ever want us to do a meet and greet, just let us know because we can.
We'll meet and greet.
Yep, but we're really weird, so we're just apply. As goofy as we are on camera, we are just as goofy or more, and I'm just a really awkward person, and on camera apparently. My favorite Disneyland snack is, I don't know, because we were there for 2.5 seconds and I didn't eat anything. I just freaked out the entire time because I didn't have a plan.
And you weren't wearing ears.
Yes, and I wasn't wearing ears, so that was just a bad combo. I should probably have ears on right now, but I don't. Anyway, so I guess a churro, because that was my first churro too. So churro. Have you considered visiting Universal Studios in Orlando? Yes, but we cannot justify
We can't lose the part time.
Leaving Disney, which we've already paid for like tickets at Disney. like because we're annual pass holders. I don't know. We just always have an excuse not to.
If Harry Potter World was not there, the answer would probably be absolutely not. But
Yeah,
because Harry Potter is there, it's so tempting.
I want to go, but I just can't make myself go. So
She don't want to leave the bubble. In the story.
I have anxiety when I get outside. I'm taking my husband to Walt Disney World in May to celebrate our anniversary. He's a super piggy eater. Oh, this is a good question. He has the habits of a 5-year-old. Hello, have you ever watched our vlogs? I have this palate. I say that on a daily basis. I have the palate of a 5-year-old. If it's pizza, chicken nuggets, like French fries, corn nuggets, I'm down. Calamari, sushi.
Any vegetables.
Fancy stuff. It's got sauce on it.
Negative.
No, not for me. So what is a place that she could eat because she likes to try new things and he could eat too? One place I would say do not go is the Skipper Canteen, because if you do not have a sophisticated palate, then there's absolutely nothing on that menu that you would like.
T-Rex Rainforest, those are kind of all around places.
They have a lot of everything, but they're just kind of basic. I would say...
If he likes pizza, I mean, you can do Via Napoli, because you could get other Italian dishes there, like for her.
Via Napoli's good. If you like steak, I would say Le Cellier. A lot of the times, any of the character breakfasts, a lot of times they're like family style. Any of the buffets at Disney, I would say do those, because there's so many options that usually they have stuff that is for kids and for adults. So, you know, you can pretty much find something for anybody on a buffet. Britt, what are some of your tips and tricks for keeping your makeup looking fresh throughout the day at the parks? Primer, girlfriend. Primer. Jerry knows that answer. What's y'all's favorite thing about growing up / living in the South? 1, 2, 3. The
sweet
food.
tea.
Same thing. Sweet tea. The food for me, sweet tea for him, which is in the same category, I would assume, but I'd say the food, because the hospitality,
y'all.
The hospitality is not always there. You know, I always say people are nice in the South.
There's rude people in the South too.
Yep. So I would just gonna stick to the food.
First of all, I love y'all and your channel. Thank you. It's so inspiring and makes me so happy to watch. I'm about to run my first Disney Princess Marathon in February. Have y'all ever considered running a race at Disney? And if so, which one would you like to run in?
We have absolutely considered doing this, but according to our friend Liz, if y'all watch her video or if y'all watch our videos, you've probably seen her in it. Her channel is Disco Liz. We can leave it in the description box below. Check her out. We love her
She just posted
so much. Yeah, she just posted a Run Disney like advice video. I watched it and I found out that if you are slow, that ladies with balloons come after you.
Like,
so if like you're running and you see the ladies with balloons, you better pick it up. The ladies with balloons can't get you. I want to, but I'm scared those balloon ladies are gonna catch up to me.
There's so many of them out there. I think if we were to do one, I would want to do the Star Wars one just because I think that's cool. I would want to do. The dark side one. They have the dark side and the light side. I think the dark side is at California. I don't know. One's in California, one's at Orlando. All right, what's our favorite show to watch together?
We like
Gotham.
We like Gotham. We like Once Upon a Time. We like Vampire Diaries, Originals, and Pretty Little Liars. I love having a husband that loves watching what I like. Like, y'all, Pretty Little Liars, you can't even like. That show is scary. There are times that I have to get out of the room because I cannot stand what's about to happen.
This chick can't watch it late at night or somebody's not going to sleep.
I have to watch a Tinkerbell movie for after everything that gives me the heebie-jeebies. I have to watch a Tinkerbell movie. If I don't, I can't sleep.
And what attractions are our must-do list? Me and my boyfriend are planning a trip together.
Rock and Roller Coaster and Expedition Everest.
If you could only be at Disney for one day, open to close, what park would you choose to go and why? Love y'all. Love you too.
Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom is just the essence of Disney, and so if we're gonna go to Disney and we want to get the most out of that Disney feeling, we're gonna go to Magic Kingdom. It's just where the heart of Disney is for us.
If you could be any Disney hero, who would you be? And which Disney villain would you want to be up against?
Probably wouldn't be a Disney hero. I would probably, okay, so I'm the villain and you're the hero. Who would you be? I would like to be Cruella.
I could see that for you.
Sorry, we swapped your question around, but if I could be any villain, I would be Cruella. And if I could be against any hero, it would be, who doesn't like animals? That's a hero. I would pick somebody who didn't like animals. So, Princess and the Frog. I would choose Tiana because I think she's had it with frogs. She'd be like, kill them all, fix them, do whatever you want to do.
As far as a hero, would you consider Flynn Rider a hero?
In the end, absolutely.
Yeah, I think the dynamic of Flynn Rider. I don't know. There's a lot that I envy about Flynn Rider and his personality. I think I would want to be him.
Who would you want to be up against?
Mother Gothel, like just keep.
Hit her with a frying pan?
Yeah.
What? You don't hit her? Okay. Mother Gothel, just keep using your smolder on there. Should be good.
How often do we Disney and when's our next trip? We try to go at least twice a year.
Sometimes 3 times a
Sometimes
year.
3.
This last time I went about 3 times in a 1 month span.
She left me.
I only did for 1 time. So Jared went 2 times in a 1 month span. Jared went 2 times in a 2 week span. So
Show did.
we usually go about 2 to 3 times a year. Were we both Disney lovers before we met? I was. He was.
I liked it. I mean, I grew up watching the movies. To me, that was kind of it. I'd
He
never been
wasn't
to
a
Disney
Disney-
before, so.
He wasn't a Disney park lover
Yep.
before me. And now he is. Yeah, you're welcome.
You're welcome. What's some popular must-dos in Disney Springs?
Basin. That's my favorite. Everybody knows that. I love me some basin. Pretty much the only 2 things that I do when I go to downtown Disney Springs is what we call
Downtown
it.
Disney Springs.
Downtown Disney Springs. Just bundle it all together. Basin is always my number 1 and World of Disney because
Yep.
those are just my 2 favorite. Jared loves Basin too. We got a Basin video coming for you, and Jared's gonna be in it because he loves Basin
These
so
old
much.
these old man hands do well after using that body scrub.
Jared loves Basin and he loves Lush and he loves Pretty Little Liars and he got me a boy, y'all. He's my best friend.
I would have said World of Disney just because it's so huge and overwhelming. Like, you have to experience that. Which international Disney park would you like to visit most?
Tokyo.
Next question is, if we could recommend one resort, what would it be? I guess we could say one that we've stayed at.
Pop.
You say Pop?
I like Pop because it is budget friendly. It's got a really cute room still. They've just been renovated. We haven't seen them yet. We've seen pictures. It's got a good food court. It's just got basic stuff in it. And there's nothing too far away from the buses. So it's just a really good all around.
Economical is
all
what I
around
would call it.
Yeah, we like Pop.
What are some things on our Disney bucket list?
To visit every Disney park.
Worldwide.
So we've done, for here our bucket list was to do both the West and the East Coast, and we've done that. So next we want to go abroad.
This comes from our good friend Jill. What's your favorite place to take a photo in Walt Disney World? That's a good
Ooh.
question.
Okay, you tell me yours because I have mine, and every time I give an answer you just agree with me. Sorry guys, you're only getting 1 answer from all of this.
I'm gonna go with the one I feel like we had the most pictures of, I feel like, and that's in front of the Epcot ball.
Okay. And I don't feel like we have hardly any in front of the Epcot ball.
I feel like we do. I don't know
I think
why.
we have like 1 really good one and a guy in a big guy in a blue shirt photobomb massive. We'll insert that right here. So I think it is in front of the castle. That's what I thought you were gonna say. I was like, no. My favorite picture to take is a picture in front of the castle because it is just so magical and it just represents like Disney. Like, it's like I went to Disney World. Like, you know, it's just so special to have that castle pic. Like, I just love it.
All the castle pics.
All the castle pics. Though, since Jill asked that question, just throw a though in there. If y'all don't watch Jill's channel, her YouTube name is Jillian at Home. I love her so much. So
I
does
love her
Jared.
too. You're not the only one that loves
We
Jill.
love us and Jill. We love her sister Hillary too, and we're learning to love Dan too.
Our next question is, Britt, we love the Disney ears you make. What made you decide to start making your own ears, and do you have any advice for somebody wanting to try to make their own?
Don't give up. It gets easier as it goes, and always be your own kind of creative. Just because everyone else is doing one thing doesn't mean you have to do that too. A lot of people are doing a lot of different things right now in the ear community, and I'm just making plain old fabric ears because that's what makes me happy. I like to pair different fabrics together and let them represent something that made me happy. I'm not, you know, a big, let me jump on that bandwagon and make this kind of ear or this kind of ear. I just make plain Mickey ears because that's what makes me happy, and so I'd say find what makes you happy and go with it, and don't let anybody else like discourage you or make you feel like you're not as good. How I got started as an ear maker is I couldn't afford to buy all the ones I wanted. So I just learned how to make them myself. And it was a lot of trial and error, a lot of late nights, and a lot of burnt fingers, and a lot of broken needles on the sewing machine.
I love the wording of this next question. Are y'all moving to Florida ever?
Are y'all moving to Florida ever? Yes. We will be. One day, we are moving to Florida. That is...
It's probably not an if, it's a when, I feel like.
Yeah. Right now, it is about number one on our bucket list is to go to Florida. We don't know when, but that is what we want to do eventually. Just, a lot of people don't know that, so congratulations. You get the first, like, insider. We want to move to Florida. We just can't at this very second. I own a house here. We have jobs here, but eventually, we hope to... Scooting up a little bit. We hope to end up in Florida.
A lot of this question we've already answered, but at the end of it, what's our favorite non-Disney date night idea? I feel like it's so casual for us, but we like to go see movies together now. We didn't when we first were together.
I think our favorite thing to do together right now, or just really for a long time, is we love to go to bookstores together.
I was gonna say that too.
We love to go to like Barnes & Noble or Books A Million, and we just like to hang out in bookstores because there's so much Disney merchandise in there, so actually kind of turns into like a Disney trip for us. But
and actually something recently for us, even for me, is us going like looking for new fabric and stuff for new ideas.
You like to do that?
I do.
What?
I actually do.
Well, that's fun too. And we also enjoy going to church together. We're part of a kind of like a big small group on Thursday nights, and we're part of an actual small group on Monday nights, and then we go to church on Sunday. So half of our week is spent at church, and that's something we really like to do together.
This next question, ever think about going somewhere other than Disney World or Disneyland?
Hence why we want to move to Florida. Yes, we do. But we're always saving money to go to Florida, so we can't ever go anywhere else. So we just figure, hey, if our job criteria is so we have enough free time to go to Florida, and the only reason that we're working is to save money to go to Florida.
Let's move to Florida.
Let's just go to Florida so we can save money to go somewhere else, like New York or to actual California and spend time at Disneyland, or go to like Tahoe, or go to the Grand Canyon, or go to Europe. Like,
there are plenty of non-Disney places
we
that we want to go to.
But we can't because our vacation time, we go to Disney. Our money we save, spend it on Disney. Like, yes, definitely. That's a huge factor in why we want to move to Florida eventually.
All right, next question. If you could plan a trip with no budget, what would your plan be? What resort would you stay at? Any fancy restaurants or events would you book?
If I could plan a trip to Disney with no budget, I would live there. Your turn.
That's it, huh?
Yep, I would do it all. Everything. Everything. I would live at the Grand Floridian, and I would pretend like, you know, I was just Queen Bee, you know, that was my hotel, that was my house.
That castle is yours.
Yep, that castle is mine.
Not Cinderella's anymore, it's Britt's.
Yeah, that's what I would do. I would eat out every night. I would just do it all. I would just live there.
For me, I would eat like every sweet snack that my stomach would allow me to.
Please, God, do not let him do that. He gets hyper, and he gets super sick to his stomach, like puking in the bathroom.
It's a love-hate relationship with sweets. I love them, but my stomach hates them.
I hate when you eat a lot of sweets.
But if we could stay anywhere, all day, every day, we'd be at the Polynesian. No question, I think.
Yeah, that's probably where I would. No, I think I'd probably live at the Grand Floridian because it's like a home. Like it would be like a home, like a nice
see
house.
That.
But the Polynesian is my favorite resort, so that's kind of like not good. It's weird.
Maybe we would stay a few nights at one and then go to another one.
How about we would stay at a new place every night and have our own room at every one of them? That's what we would do. Next,
if we could work at Disney, what job would we want?
well, I would want to work in the salon because I'm a hairdresser.
For me, I mean, like I spent a career wanting to do pharmacy, so I would actually want to be a pharmacist at Disney.
That would be really cool.
Like that would legit be my dream job for real.
But if it had to be like something else, like that I wouldn't have to have the talent to do, I would want to be a princess. I would like to be Merida if I could like nail that accent, or Ariel if I was skinny enough, or
Or
I would like to be Snow White. Or
so basically, she would want to be any princess that's known to man.
I would love to be Tiana. What is something that you recommend doing on an anniversary trip? I would say just to go somewhere really nice.
Yep.
To eat. I would say go to like Le Cellier or go to Cinderella's Royal Table.
Watch fireworks.
Or, yeah, watch the fireworks. Just something romantic. Whatever is kind of romantic to you. I like fireworks and I like yummy food. So probably that. Maybe we would go somewhere that we wouldn't usually eat, like Cinderella's Royal Table. Is the annual pass worth it to you?
It is for us. You have to go at least twice a year though.
Yeah, I think we get that question again somewhere. How many times do you have to go? We would say you have to go 2 times. You probably should have to go for 2 weeks to make it worth it. About 14 to 16 days for it to basically pay for itself. Do you have any Disney traditions? Just the 2 of you. We always go to Magic Kingdom on our first day. We always watch Wishes on our first night.
Are we gonna watch it this time? Never again.
Really upset about that. I mean, I'm sure the new one is amazing. I know it is because I watched the live stream. But Wishes is Wishes. It's Wishes. Like nothing can replace that. I don't think this one's gonna make me cry. Y'all see me cry on Wishes. It's my jam. I love these on Wishes.
She's gonna cry.
We'll see. But Magic Kingdom on our first day. Casey's on our first day and last day. Magic Kingdom on our last day. Basically, Magic Kingdom and Casey's on our first and last day.
What's the best quality that we see in each other? What makes us fall in love with each other all over again?
You go first.
It's her love of like all things, like anything that has life. But more than that, her continual like creativity, which is something that I feel like I never had, but I see it in her, and so that's something I strive for. And then also probably like if there's something that she's passionate about, and even if maybe somebody else isn't, if it's something that she likes, like you have no shame in like going after that or pursuing that or having a passion for it.
Cool, that was nice. My turn.
Sorry, I said 3.
I like that you are humble, that you're kind to most everybody but me sometimes. Your gets grumpy sometimes. I just think he's sweet. That he is humble, that he's kind, and that he basically expects nothing from anyone but love. If he does expect anything at all. And those are qualities that I wish I had. Like, if he doesn't get a gift on his birthday, he's like, why would I have gotten a gift? And I'm like, because it's your birthday. And I like if I didn't get a gift on my birthday, I would throw a fit. And I wish that that's not how I was. I wish I was more like Jared, that I could just be content with being happy and just being loved by people. And I'm like, well, where's my present? But we did take the 5 love language quiz last night, and my love language is gifts, and Jared's love language is words of affection and physical touch. Like he loves hugs and he loves to snuggle and stuff like that. So those are our different love languages are like completely opposite. The longest trip you have been to Disney, how many days? 8 days so far. I think our next one is going to be around 10 days. If you were offered a free trip to Disneyland or Disney World for next week, which would you take?
It's gonna be next week.
With the resort, the food, and everything included. I would choose Disneyland.
Thief.
Should I say first? I would choose Disneyland, and I would choose to stay at the Disneyland Hotel, and that way we could really, really get to know it, because we know Disney World upwards, frontwards, backwards, and sideways, but we don't know Disneyland, so I would choose to do Disneyland just so we could get to know it much better.
I was gonna say Disneyland because it's the middle of summer and it's freaking hot in Orlando right now, so it would be a lot more comfortable.
It's California. It's hot. I think it's hotter there.
I still don't think it would be as hot though.
All right, y'all can, no comment. I'll let you comment on that. Who's your favorite Disney dog? I like Lady.
I'm gonna be like generic and say just classic with Pluto.
Pluto, I favorite Pluto. Pluto used to be my favorite 5-5 when I was little because I loved his name. What is your favorite quick service and favorite table service restaurant at Disney World? My favorite quick service is Casey's, and
mine is Yak and Yeti.
It used to be Yak and Yeti, it's not anymore. Mine's still Casey's. Like, Yak and Yeti almost took it for me, but it's Casey's.
Too much Panda Express.
We love Panda Express. If anyone wants to send us a gift card, we love Panda Express. I like Casey's and I like Ohana for breakfast or for dinner.
For a sit down, I'm gonna say Le Cellier.
What's your favorite still? Jared
Yeah.
always likes Le Cellier. Going strictly off nostalgia, what is your favorite Disney ride?
Nostalgic for me, I'm gonna say Splash Mountain.
For me, it is Haunted Mansion because I think it was one of the first ones to come to the park. So I just really like it. But I also really like the teacups. They make me giggle. What are both of your favorite Disney movies? I know it's a hard question.
Gosh.
I cannot. Jared really likes Big Hero 6 and I really like Brave. And I really like Cinderella. I really like Snow White.
I like Remember the Titans, which is a non-animated Disney movie.
That might be a question in here, I think. Just gonna say Cinderella because Cinderella's my favorite princess. What is your favorite part about Disney World and what do you do to help combat missing Disney?
I feel like we do things as far as incorporating Disney into our lives, like on a regular basis, and that kind of fills the void a little bit.
Like if it's something like we see a carousel, we'll go around the carousel because they have one at Disney. If we eat at Panda Express, it's kind of like eating at Yak and Yeti. If we go to Rainforest Cafe like they had in Dallas, it's kind of like being at Disney. So we kind of do things that are similar to what you can do in the parks, like as much as you can do them in the outside world. We watch Disney movies, we watch Disney vlogs, we watch our Disney vlogs, sometimes, not usually. Just some things like that. We talk about Disney all the time. Oh my gosh, people can't stand it sometimes.
I think just kind of reviewing the things that we would still want to do to kind of keep it fresh.
Yeah,
for
we
us.
always are talking about our next trip, why do we like it? Why would you not? I mean, it's the best place in the whole wide world. It's so magical. You feel so carefree and free and at peace and like you can just do whatever you want and no one's there to judge you and you can just be, the happiness is limitless there. And we just both love it because it just really is a place that you can be free. Okay guys, that is gonna be it for this Q&A. It's gonna end up being a 1-part and 2-part because we got so many questions and we want to answer them all because they're really good questions and our camera's about to die, so we thought that was a good ending on why we love the Magic Kingdom.
Definitely.
Well, actually why we love Disney World was the question. We're gonna go ahead and just end it here. Make sure you are subscribed, put the notification button on so you will see when we upload our second Q&A. Again, thank you so much for your questions. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up so we will know to do more Q&As in the future. Until next time, we'll see you later.
Bye guys.
Bye.